I got a secret for you. You are divinely positioned right now. Right now. Everything that you've experienced, all of it, where you are, what happened in your life, the good things, the bad things, the things that you've experienced, all of it, you are divinely positioned to be exactly where you are right now. And all of it, everything that you've experienced is all going to determine the type of impact that you make. I want you to stop looking for a missing piece. Stop looking for anything outside of you. Okay? I'm Christine Michelle. I am your energetic strategist and your spiritual advisor. I am here. I left billion-dollar corporations when I was making hundreds of millions of dollars for them because I knew that I was meant to help raise the vibration of the planet by helping more spiritual women like you become known for what you do. To have more spiritual women like you raise your frequency so that you can raise the frequencies of everyone in your world and create a life that is just an epic life the life that you always wanted. Let me tell you, your unique positioning, every single thing that you've experienced, all of the past lives that you've choreographed, that you've written in, all of the ancestral background that you have right now, all of it is an advantage for you. Team advantage, everything. And when you can write it as, oh my goodness, like they wouldn't try to oppress me or they wouldn't try to put me in a certain place or try to say I'm only a woman or I'm only a melanated or I'm only this if I wasn't Superman. And they're trying to create kryptonite because they're afraid of what's possible, what I can do. Okay. And so if you were to know right now that your unique positioning, your unique everything that you have experienced is your unfair advantage. If you knew that everything that is happening to you actually happened for you, if you knew that you are divinely positioned and that you can use every single aspect of your life to benefit others and yourself, then I want you in the comments below to say you are divinely positioned. Let me show you how your divine positioning matters. Everything that you have been through, every job, every relationship, every hardship, every situation, every win, everything has positioned you to be able to speak specifically to a group of people, a soul fractal of people who will only get the knowledge, the wisdom from you and from your energy. Because your story is your authority. And your story is your IP. I hear over and over again so many women looking for the missing piece. So many women looking for credentials and certifications and one more thing. And what I am here to do is to show you that it doesn't matter what you've experienced. Every part of your story is it's a piece. It's a masterpiece. It's something that you wrote into your movie that was going to benefit the world and benefit your universe and those around you. You see, if I think about it, I filed for bankruptcy several years ago. And it was at a time when I was a corporate executive for a very long time. I lived a life of really good means. I leave the corporate job. I start this business. And of course, I created a bottom to the top story because that's what was all the rage and needed at that time. And so while my clients were doing my methods and the tools and the voodoo, methodology that I have, they were having $100,000 days. They were creating multiple $1 million businesses. They were finding loves of their lives, like just changing their entire life. And I was on the struggle bus hard. However, I could look at that and say, well, I should know. And why am I not succeeding like my clients? I could look at it that way. But I decided to look at the bankruptcy and look at the struggles or the experiences that I had and use it as a way for me to show the story of what is possible when you fall to the depths, right? When you feel like you're experiencing something that you have to climb out of, what does that look like? I now have the ability to show people how to create wealth after bankruptcy. You see? And so I could say my bankruptcy positioned me to speak to women about wealth from a place of realness and not theoretical, because I lived it and I've rebuilt myself. And that's what makes my work different. And so if you look at your life and you're like, oh, I should be this place or I should be that place. First of all, stop shooting all over yourself. You're exactly where you were meant to be and exactly where you're going to be right now at this time. And so I want you to look at what qualifies you. What processes, what procedures, what tools do you use uniquely that has gotten you from where you were to where you are today? Because it is divinely positioned where you are. And when you can accept it where you are today, you will go wherever you want to go. The resistance of not accepting it, thinking you should be in another place, keeps you where you are and eliminates you from using the wisdom that you've gained from your experiences to help others. And so I want you to ask yourself, what have you experienced, and what tools and techniques and things that you have birthed that had taken you from where you were to where you are today? A lot of my clients, they're mostly spiritual entrepreneurs. So they've used Reiki, they use a lot of other things, they use other people's processes. But that doesn't mean they don't have their own $1 billion method, because they do. What their $1 billion method looks like, it looks like what is their unique way to utilize that system. And how have they applied it to their life? And what is their unique nomenclature for describing the ways that they've used that? And so we're going to go deep into the $1 billion method in the Voodoo Villa, because you are the spiritual celebrity. Yes. You get to be known. Yes. And you get to be known much easier when people can easily say, oh, that's the one with the voodoo. That's the girl who does Reiki, but she does it in some new way. She's like the Reiki master of all Reiki masters, and she's got the Reddit Reiki system, whatever. When you have a certain thing that people can associate you with and you have great results to back it up, you become more known, and people easily can point you out of a room of 1,000 people to be like, that's the woman. That's the voodoo girl, right? That's the woman who creates voodoo. That's the aligned soul. And so in Voodoo Villa, my 6-month mastermind, we are going to help you to create your $1 billion method, because your story isn't just your story. Your story is intellectual property. And when you own it fully, and when you actually allow yourself to become the authority of it, you start to use your divine positioning to create the empire that will create and raise the frequency of the world. And so I want you to stop waiting for more, stop waiting to learn something from someone else, stop trying to get certified in other people's stuff, and start to look at how you already have the answers within, and let's create a method from it. Join Voodoo Villa, and I'll see you there.